Hey, it's Brian Rodgers. Welcome to another episode of Read at the Rodgers. And we had a good friend of our family's over, Bella, my son's 16-year-old friend, and she loves to cook. And she's not quite plant-based, but she does eat healthy. She loves to cook, but she wanted to know if I would help her cook some plant-based recipes. So she had a very nice gesture. She brought over some Beyond Meat, which I don't cook with very often, but I thought, what the heck, let's do some recipes with the Beyond Meat that she brought over. And so I thought, what could we do that would be kind of personified plant-based barbecue, that would really show Bella what plant-based barbecue is all about. And so we're gonna do some plant-based burn ends, all right? Plant-based burn ends using Beyond Meat. You're gonna love it. We'll see you on the video. All right,
those are all cut up now.
Whew.
Perfect.
Sweet potatoes aren't that easy to cut, are they?
No, obviously not.
we had to switch knives in the middle of it because I set you up for failure on that. That was my fault.
It's okay.
I was using a Cutco bread knife for you to cut sweet potatoes with.
Right.
So then we got our actual knife.
This one was great. It worked very well.
Okay, next thing. We're going to do this Beyond Meat now. We're going to cut it the same way and we're going to put it in here.
Okay.
Remember how I told you that they had a funny smell?
Yeah, I haven't really smelled it yet.
All right, so put smell.
Oh, yeah, that is a little funky.
It's a little funky, isn't it?
It's not horrible, but it's different.
Yeah, it kind of smells a little like cat food. Let's just be honest.
I wasn't going to say it, but...
It doesn't once it's cooked, but...
Okay.
All right, so let's cut that into squares. And the way I usually do it is I'll cut it like 1, 2, 3, and then squares that way, just like a checkerboard.
Like 4 parts.
Yep, just like a checkerboard. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. Yep. See how that cuts nice because it's not quite...
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah. And that's what we want because if you, and let's go ahead and do, we'll do small ones. Do one more. Yeah.
That one got a little chunky.
No, that's perfect. Okay. And then let's go boom, boom, boom this way. Yeah. Perfect. Now those actually look like brisket burn ends, right? Let's go one more time.
Okay, one more?
Yeah.
Okay. That little guy's gonna be super
They're gonna come apart a little bit and that's okay. So now, let's go ahead and pour them in here. Ooh. Okay. So now that's what we have. All right, so that's the first step of our burn ends.
All right.
All this is kind of trash, but I'm just gonna throw it in here anyways.
Yeah, I bet
it's not gonna be like a normal burn end. So now what we need to do is, this is true in like meat-based barbecue too. Okay. This is exactly how we would do it. So what we're gonna do now is apply our rubs. All right, okay. So we're gonna grab that. This is fun because this is actually my brand new rub that just came out. It's not even in bottles yet, so I've been testing this.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like we have a sweet potato burn-in rub. I don't know if I have it on the table here. We have a sweet potato burn-in rub that's really good. And this is kind of a mixture of that. But what makes my rubs unique, the Fool's Gold rubs unique, is when I was losing all my weight, I also had severe hypertension and high blood pressure. And so I was really sensitive to salt.
Right.
And so when I went, a lot of people say, oh, Brian, well, like, isn't all barbecue sauce plant-based and isn't all like rubs plant-based?
Right.
And it's not. A lot of barbecue sauces use like Worcestershire sauce and honey and stuff like that. That's not plant-based.
Right.
But also when I look at plant-based, I also look at like what it's going to be good on. So like, we specifically made our stuff to be good on sweet potatoes, on stuff like Beyond Meat, on stuff like mushrooms. But when I set out, I wanted to make it as healthy as possible. So what that meant was I took all the salts out of my rubs and all the sugar. So all of our rubs, when you buy them, are salt-free and sugar-free.
Nice.
But then we also have our sugar and our salt, but we don't mix it together. Right. So the idea is that it's not going to be mixed together. We're going to put any amount we want in after the fact.
Okay.
So it's not so highly dense in salt.
You can kind of determine how much you want to use.
Yeah, and you don't have to use salt or sugar.
Right.
I tend to use it now that I'm at my goal weight, but you don't have to use salt or sugar. We're going to use some salt and sugar today just because it's for all kinds of people, and we don't have anybody that just can't eat salt today. So that's what we're going to do. So which one do you want? Let's do these first because they're kind of starting to get, they're frozen now.
Yeah,
so let's go ahead and pull those up. And then what we're going to do is, I like to do, I think I do a tablespoon of rub.
Okay.
So I'm not going to measure it right now because I know but on the recipe, it's gonna be a tablespoon. So we're gonna do a tablespoon of rub. Can you smell that? And that smell that.
Oh, wow.
Smells so good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a tablespoon of rub, and we're gonna do a fourth. Have you had any of our smoked salts yet?
I've not tried them yet, no.
Oh, our smoked salts are so good. We went to find the most unprocessed, unrefined salt we could. So it's hardly any processed. You notice it's like flakes.
Yeah.
So it's salt flakes, and it's already smoked. This one's cherry smoked.
Okay.
So what they do is we buy these giant chunks of salt.
Okay.
Like from the salt mines.
Yeah.
And so we have these giant chunks of salt, and then they put them in top of this machine.
Okay.
It's like a kind of a coffee grinder.
Right.
And it grinds the salt into these flakes. But then before it pushes it out and starts the bottling process, it smokes them.
Okay.
Smokes the salt,
That's
the little
awesome.
salt chunks, and then it comes into our
It's
bottle.
really
like
beautiful,
that.
actually.
Yeah. So when people say, "Oh my gosh, that salt's $6," well, the reason it's $6 is it's one of the healthiest salts you're going to find. Plus, we smoked it for you as well.
Right.
And it's made with love.
Oh yeah,
it's made
of
with
course.
love.
That's the most important ingredient.
So we're going to do a fourth of a teaspoon.
Okay.
So we don't want to do a lot of salt in this. So about a fourth of a teaspoon of salt in this, just like that. Okay. And then sometimes,
like 2 pinches.
yeah, exactly. And then sometimes I'll put a little mustard in there too. I'm not going to today, but the mustard kind of helps it bind a little bit.
Yeah.
But this is pretty sticky.
Right.
So we'll probably use the mustard on the sweet potato, but not on this. So guess what it's time to do?
All right, get our hands dirty.
Get our hands dirty. And I know your hands are clean because I've been watching. So let's just, I kind of take it and we're gonna, just like that. And we're just gonna kind of
toss it a little
bit. Massage it in a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna keep the chunks together.
Yeah, you got them. It's okay. If they don't, they're gonna come apart. So you kind of just like that. Perfect. Okay. This is like barbecue.
Yeah.
Like, you know how they talk about barbecue being dirty and stuff like that? This is why. Right?
Right, okay. Is it good if I'm like...
You're doing great. You want me to show you how I do it? And that's pretty close to how I do it. So what I do, I've only done this like 5,000 times. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll kind of use my hands as like forks. Okay. And I'll like...
toss it.
I mean, I've done this a few times. So
right.
You just got done doing this, and I'm making it look easier than it actually is, right?
Because
you feel like you're going to break it.
I know, I don't want to break the chunks up.
Yeah, you feel like you're going to, and that's okay. Okay. So try that just a few, since your hands are already dirty.
Yeah, might as well, right?
Just go like that a few times.
Okay. So I'm kind
like a pitchfork. Like a pitchfork. Yeah, okay. See how you kind of just like a pitchfork.
They really do sit together though,
Yeah, you got it. See how it's making that nice coating on there?
Yeah, that's really
That's exactly what we want.
Okay, get some of this little guy.
Yes.
Some extra love.
Yep. Okay.
Perfect.
Give it this little guy some extra love. I love it. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to switch place with you and let you wash your hands. We're not just going to stop with Beyond burn-ins. Okay. We're going to do sweet potato burn-ins. It's unheard of to be able to do 2 burn-in recipes literally at once, but that's the beauty of plant-based barbecue. So, but I'm going to test you on what we just learned.
Oh no, okay. I'm ready.
So, here you go. You can use this one.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to get you back in place here. Perfect. So I'm going to test you on what you just learned. So no matter what we're doing for the protein, we call it, or the main, we call them mains in Kansas City. This would be a main. We do it the exact same way. That's the great thing about plant-based barbecue. Once you learn this technique, you can switch out what the main is. So this could be mushrooms. Okay. This could be tofu. Yeah. This could be soy curls. This could be all kinds of different. This could be spaghetti squash. This could be acorn. It could be anything, right? So now we use the exact same process on this as we did on that. Okay. Do you remember what we did?
Yeah. So, but we need mustard this time.
See, you remembered. You remembered. Okay. So I'm going to get the mustard.
And then we'll get the...
And how much rub are we going to put on? We have I'm considering about a pound and a half of that. Okay. So how much rub are we going to put on?
Like you said 2 tablespoons?
1 tablespoon per pound. Okay. That's okay, but 2 wouldn't hurt anything.
Okay, right.
So I'm going to put some mustard on, and in this case, the mustard, I use about maybe a tablespoon of mustard. Okay. This is only to bind it because that was sticky. This is not. So the rub's going to have a hard time sticking to it. So we're going to use mustard for that. So we're going to use about a tablespoon of mustard. The mustard you won't be able to taste once it cooks. So we'll use that, and then we're going to go right to our rubs. Okay.
I think you should pour in I don't want to over pour.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Just pour it in. You can't really overdo it. So we're gonna go about like a tablespoon, but you're plenty. Keep going, keep going.
Keep going?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
You can't really overdo it.
Right.
I like it a little. All it's gonna be is maybe a little bit spicier.
Okay.
You know. Okay, and then we're gonna do a 1/4 of a teaspoon. You can overdo the salt. You definitely can overdo
it's
the
like
salt.
all. It's like.
Yeah, here I'll get it.
Here.
Yeah, it's coming out. I think I left it. I set you up for failure again.
Oh, it's okay.
So we're gonna do a 1/4 of a teaspoon. You can overdo the salt, for sure.
That's about like a pinch and a half, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe another pinch.
Okay.
Let's do it a little bit more, maybe.
Okay.
That's good.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we can taste it after the smoke before we finish it off, and we can always add more salt in after the fact. So guess what? This one's gonna be really dirty.
All right. Oh yeah, I
there you
can
go.
Feel it.
You feel like you're like doing a science project?
Yeah, a little bit. It's a little messy, but it's good.
All right. Are you having fun doing this?
Yes, this is awesome. It's actually pretty easy. It's easier than I thought it
It
would.
is, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, you're literally cooking plant-based barbecue.
Right. It just sounds kind of intimidating, but it's really not.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
That's looking really good. See how the mustard's helping it stick on
Yeah,
there?
I wouldn't have stuck without it.
You don't have to smoke this. You could, if you're doing this at home and you don't have a smoker, you can put this right in the oven.
Okay.
It's not as good if you do it in the oven. You're not going to get that really authentic smoke flavor.
Yeah, the barbecue.
That's really what we're looking for, is that smoke flavor, because that's what really barbecue is the smoke.
Okay.
And so once we're done with this, we're going to go put these two in the smoker. And we're going to smoke it down.
Is
that looks
good?
perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold your hands up like that so they can see how much fun that is.
It's
Normally we would use gloves, but we're not going to.
It's okay.
So.
Shortage of gloves because
All right.
of coronavirus.
Yes. All right.
Okay. I'm just gonna wash off my hands really quick, rinse them off.
All right, we're gonna go to the smoker now.
Perfect.
So here we go. We're gonna use our Cook Shack smoker today.
Okay.
Bella, after you.
Thank you. Awesome.
And this is our Cook Shack smoker.
Yeah.
So you can tell it's already smoking, right?
Right. It smells really good.
It smells good.
Yeah.
I already put, I don't know if you can see over here the wood, Quinn. There's like some wood and stuff over here. That's hickory. That's the pellets and that's the wood. I actually put 2 chunks of wood in it. And we're using hickory today, Bella.
Awesome.
So we've got it set at 225.
Okay.
That's what we're going to smoke these at. 225 for about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Now look at that.
Oh, wow.
Can you smell that?
It smells really
Doesn't that smell amazing?
Yeah.
So all we got to do is throw it in.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Time
Are you
to
ready
take
to
it
see?
out.
Look at the smoke.
I know. It smells so good.
Yeah. So here it comes. Oh.
Wow.
All right. So there's our smoked sweet potatoes.
Okay.
Those look amazing.
Those look really good.
And here is our burn ends. So which one do you want to get? You want to get you get the sweet potatoes.
Okay.
And I'll get these.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Now we're gonna go into the kitchen. Check that out.
There you go.
We're gonna go in the kitchen. We'll finish them off.
All right.
We're back in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And now we get to finish them off and eat.
Awesome.
So all we're gonna do, there's 2 ways to finish them. These are fully cooked now, they're smoked.
Okay.
But so you can either just toss them in barbecue sauce now,
Okay.
Fool's Gold of course, or if you wanna caramelize the barbecue sauce on them, you can put the sauce on and put them like in the oven or do them on the stove.
How long would you do that for?
Probably in the stove, maybe like 15 minutes.
Okay.
And it's really gonna caramelize it in. But for right now, let's just, I'm gonna give you the spoon.
Awesome.
I'll pour the sauce, probably about 1/4 of a cup on each one, and I'll let you mix it up.
Awesome.
And that's really all there is to finishing them off. Ooh, that looks good.
That looks so good.
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna pour some in here. We're using our Fool's Gold Peach Palisade sauce. And actually, I have a spoon too.
It smells so good.
Doesn't it smell good? We're gonna finish these off, toss them in sauce.
Wow, the finish, it looks so pretty now.
Yeah. That's where it really comes together and starts really looking like true Kansas City barbecue right there. Can you believe all that's plant-based?
No, it smells so good
Yeah.
and it looks good and it's really beautiful.
All right, I'm gonna cut one of these in half.
Okay.
We'll try one of these and we can each have a little bite here. All right, so here we go. This is your first try of a burn end. So you can have
Plant-based
that piece here.
barbecue.
Let's do cheers with our burn ends. Burn ends, cheers.
Oh, wow. That's really good.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, wow.
So they're really good just like that. Or imagine if we finish them off for like another 15 minutes. I don't think we need, I don't think it needs it.
It's really good.
That's really good. So that is sweet potato and Beyond burn ends.
Awesome.
So thanks for doing this today.
Thank you so much. That's awesome.
All right. Well, you and Quinn, I hope you and Quinn have a good rest of your weekend. And thanks for cooking with me.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Bye.